Hello all, I am Gilles Mancillon and I come to you today to send greetings. I made this message especially most directly to the French people because we are celebrating our national holiday today on the 14th of July. And I wanted to talk about values and the reason why, because this celebration is actually the celebration of something that has been that is a brutal and chaotic change that emerged from monarchy into democracy or republic, and the foundation of that republic was freedom, equality, and brotherhood. Those were the three cornerstones, so to speak, of this new democracy that came out. But in time, this constitutional rights, it was an ideal. It was something that we were shooting for, driving for, hoping for. But if you ask the people of France or even the people of the world, do you believe you live in a world that is free, a world that is equal, and a world that is fraternal? Most of them will tell you no. When in truth, it is really up to you to make those values present right now. It is not something that's limited to France. It is everybody deserves and needs to understand those essential principles. So I will discuss both the societal briefly. I will discuss both some societal aspect of this understanding and some more personal spiritual aspect. First, in terms of societal aspect, it seems like we are living in a world where it's not a criticism, it's just an observation that most heads of states are coming to become subservient of central banks and multinational corporations, and somewhat have lost a little bit the drive to serve the people, or let's say that they are really not always able to do what they want to do when it comes to serving the people. And so it is important in France. I don't know if every other country will have to decide that for themselves and realign their own understanding to upgrade their system of functioning to adapt to this new world. But in France, we're working with a constitution that dates from 1958 and is no longer functional in the problems of today. So the first thing we're going to need to do if we want to solve those problems we have here in France is to change the constitution, to upgrade it, to uplift it. The idea is to get closer. First, the constitution is a platform. It is a value system, something that is our most precious value, and so we create it as a platform, and then we built a system of law on top of it. And so the General de Gaulle created the 1958 Constitution, was a wonderful person. He did so much for France. But now the time has changed, and now we're moving into a position where we're living in a different world that we were in 1958. And so whatever reform that we need to make in order to change those to realign our working systems so that it would work for the people, would automatically be censured by the Constitutional Board. And so first thing we need to do is to change this constitution, to upgrade it. I'm not saying that we can make a system of law that would be truly equal, truly free, and truly of true brotherhood, sisterhood, but we can make a stepping stone towards that, and so that's what we're going to need to do. I was looking through my library looking for something, and I found this little book. I haven't read it, but it's called The Sixth Code of Constitutional Chart. It's from 1929. And it's got all the codes and all the systems of law. In 1929, all the laws would fit into one little book. When now we have created those mountains of laws, some of them contradict each other, and so whoever's got the better lawyer will find a way to get the right at the end. So it is about returning to something more simple, simplifying a lot of the systems, so that it can work for everybody, because and then we're going to have to work together. There's going to be some pretty big challenges. I think we have to come out of the sandbox of evolution and realize that although war has served as a tool of evolution for centuries, millenniums, now we're reaching a point in our history where we no longer want or need war. We're going to have to make peace. We're going to have to work out our differences in a more intelligent way than to be brutal and violent. There is always a way to discuss the problems and to come up to a compromise so everybody could find his way, his abundance, his prosperity, so we can live in peace. Of course, well, there's going to be a transformation of the legal system as well, because I do believe that that there's going to be a progressive need to come into understanding of certain aspects that have been creating the problem in the first place. In order to discuss, we can discuss freedom. What is freedom? True freedom comes from within. It is based on love, on sharing, on respect. There is no, of course, some people say, well, I'm free. I'm free to oppress other people because I'm stronger. That's kind of this Darwinian kind of understanding. Whoever stronger has all the rights to do anything they want to everybody else. So, but that's not true freedom. That's just illusion of power. And so, because it can never last. So true freedom is about being able to forgive yourself, forgive others, so that your mind is free and clear. Until that happens, you will be tied up by karma, negative thoughts will come back. So you can free yourself right now. There is no need to wait for anything. In terms of equality, we all were created equal. It is a fact. So there is no one higher or lower than you in the whole universe of universes. God has created you equal to himself or herself. Therefore, everybody else was created in the same fashion. It is only in the illusion that the hierarchy have created high and low, but in the spiritual planes, the hierarchies there is no high or low. Everybody is serving in relation to his mission of service and level of wisdom, but everybody is respected and considered as equal to one. So it is about creating this equality. Is very important, so that no matter who you talk to, whether they may be higher or lower on with a consciousness level. So if you talk to an archangel, he will be higher than you on the consciousness level, but then it's still, you have to communicate with them on an equal basis. That's the only way to get a decent level of communication. And the same thing with on a social level. No matter if someone is higher to you on the social ladder or lower, it doesn't matter. You have to treat them equally with the same love and respect. I think that's one of the very important aspects that we're going to come to discover. And then fraternity, of course, even if the atheist could come to the realization that we are all children of the earth here, and so our Mother Earth we should respect. We should respect that. We should respect each other. Your brother Jesus came to you and said, well, love one another. And so those are not new concepts. From a higher standpoint, we are children of the universe. Once we'll be able to reconnect to our source, our creator, we'll become children of God, and then new level of freedom will be integrated at this point. Anyway, I just wanted to make this short message translated for the English speaking public, and I wish you a very nice day, and I'll talk to you later. Thank you very much. Namaste.